Remember the first time you killed someone?
Yeah.
I blasted silhouettes. They're not real people, they're just targets. Oh man, this is hard.
Hey, my friend, welcome back to another video. And this one is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. These are combat veterans describing what it's like to take another person's life. And it's an interesting video to note because that decision to enlist into the military, yes, you get what you ask for. You know, you travel the world, you go see places that you've always dreamed of seeing. You know, you built a brotherhood or a sisterhood. You make rank, you make money, you're able to take care of your family. But it also comes with what you don't ask for, and that is taking another person's life in honor of your country. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to my channel, this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. My name is Adam C. Scott. I'm a 7-year Navy veteran turned entrepreneur, and I do reactions to videos that pertain to active duty reserve and the veteran community. And I hope you enjoy today's clip. I'm gonna give you some commentary throughout, but let's get into it.
Do you remember the first time you killed someone?
Yeah. We weren't a family that carried guns or any kind of weapon for violence or anything, no.
So we played war, stuff like that, but you know, it was never real.
Only my dad, my mom, they told us it's like to hurt people or kill or never ever.
You always learned that when someone died, it was something that was detrimental. Someone felt it. Someone else needed that person in their lives.
I grew up, protected all my life. Even when I joined the military, my guys treated me as a kid brother. I was protected.
Have you ever killed anyone? And if so, what happened?
Which time?
We were in a couple different villages on.
Did y'all just hear what he just said?
Have you ever killed anyone? And if so, what happened?
Which time?
He said, which time? So this isn't his first rodeo. Okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting that answer, but wow. Let's keep going.
Which is a city right next to Sharbaran.
We were going to the border of Albania to a town nearby. We set up claymores. They're bomb devices that you face. They have like 700 steel balls in them.
We were ambushed. My bus was blown up. I was the only one up there that wasn't hurt and scared to death. Scared to death. Really, 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 really scared. So I started asking, screaming for help. Somebody get up here and help me. I'm alone. And then two little heads.
As I took the first 3 steps, I just was bounding up. Basically, that's when the gunfire started.
We gunned down these two guys holding a larger machine gun, a PKM, and another guy holding his ammo. So they were just running from point A to point B. We happened to just gun them down. And they were right next to a kalot. A kalot's a house, like a little mud hut. And a lady came out.
That one guy is as close to me because Iranian they come very close to us and they attack us at night. So we shoot everywhere.
My head was ringing, everything was in slow motion, and there was a rifle on the ground that had gotten blown out of the bus. I picked it up and ran towards the gunfire. I was down, and all I could see was his head and shoulders. He had a hard hat on, and then I saw the red emblem. It was. And then when I could see a silhouette, I blasted silhouettes. They're not real people, they're just targets.
You don't shoot women or children on the battlefield, but we were just so into the moment. We watched her pick up the rifle, and that was, well, the machine gun, and that was that was the cue, and we just lit her up. And I remember just watching, there was 3 of us, and we just opened up, and it was just blood up against the wall. She just slumped over, and it's like, all right, we got her.
We found a very young Vietnamese person with his legs mostly gone.
I come to him, I look to his face with the flashlights. He told me, just finish me, just finish. I don't want to live, so I kill him.
A bunch of the guys had caught up to me, and they're like, what did you do? And I'm like, what are you doing here? I thought I was dead. I didn't realize I was the only one that got off the bus.
The whole situation is like almost an out-of-body experience where you're looking down on this situation.
You know, like I could have picked a bullet out of the air.
Every second, every small little detail of that exact moment. I can tell you what the dust felt like, how the air tasted on my breath. Every little detail you know, because that's the first time you've done something so big.
If there's a hell, that's probably what it smells like there. It penetrates you and it just won't go away for a long time. It's horrible.
I've never had to go in combat when I was in the Navy. And I remember a friend of mine who I went to boot camp with. I'm not sure if he's watching this video, but if you are watching this video, man, I hope you're doing well. Story kind of goes as this. It was a guy that was trying to get on base that didn't belong on base. That didn't have the right credentials to get on base, because you need your CAC to get on base. And he was standing gate guard. And so guy gets on base illegally, and he shoots him. And I remember, him saying like he was never the same after that. And I think he got, I want to say medically separated or medically retired. I can't remember which of the two he was. But once you see certain things and you do certain things, you can't unsee and undo them. Like that decision, it's gonna haunt you every day. And granted, I may not have, taken anyone's life when I was in the Navy, but there were things that I saw and experienced, especially on deployment, that you just don't want to talk about, right? You don't want to talk about, you don't want to bring up, you don't even want to think about them. You really don't. So I know that the people that are describing, what it's like to do these things, some of them are not at peace with that decision. They're still kind of reliving that, which is why if I was a veteran speaking and talking to a combat veteran, I don't think I would ask them if they've ever killed someone. That's just probably a classless question to ask that has no right even coming out of my mouth, period. So I just wanted to interject that because, granted, it's not the same as, going to war, but when I heard that story about my friend in boot camp, what he had to do and how, it just kind of messes with his mind, it just kind of made me think like, wow, I've never been in that position. Thank God I never had to do anything like that. But I can only imagine, what these infantrymen had to do to protect themselves in the unit. If you're enjoying this video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing, but let's keep going with the clip.
Once you realize they're gone, they're dead, then what death looks like is nothing. There's nothing there. There's a body there, but there's nothing at all there.
1 minute you have somebody walking along, and the next there's just a lump of flesh.
It goes from something, a big something, to the smallest nothing that there can be. It goes from dreams and aspirations to nothing. You can kick it, you can hit it with a stick, you can throw rocks on it, you can do anything, and it won't bother it because it's dead.
I know it's not right. It's not right to do this, but I have to. If I focus about all this stuff, in 1 minute, if I focus, I lose my mind. But I never focus about this stuff.
I didn't feel any personal guilt. I felt sorry for him. But no personal guilt, no. It was strange, you could disassociate when you're shooting at spots in the jungle, but this guy was right there, and I felt very compassionate, and I was thinking about, you know, his girlfriend, his family, whatever.
I didn't give a who he was. I was trying to keep me alive. It wasn't me and a Vietnamese. It was me and anybody that's got a gun. Oh man, this is hard.
When they find out that you served in Vietnam, do they ask you if you killed anyone?
Yes,
And what is normally your answer?
I say, I'm not sure. I may have.
Outside of the Army, when is it okay to take someone's life?
Do you want to go home and see your family? The question's back on you. Would you want to go home and see your family? Well, then I guess it's okay.
I mean, the difference in war and in civilian life, you got no choice on one of those.
That's a great question for discussion. I'll leave it in the comment section. When is it okay to take another person's life? I would love to hear your thoughts about that. And I know everybody's opinion is going to vary, but I would love to hear your thoughts. When is it okay to take another person's life? I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed every single moment of this clip and this video. If you're new to my channel, again, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this specific clip and you would consider subscribing. And when you do, turn on post notifications so that way you get notified whenever I drop a new video. If you want to binge watch some of my previous videos, you can do that. But I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.